Good morning, good morning. It's nice to see you. Good morning to you. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another day in what my husband calls Connieland. I am doing I actually did a green makeup this morning. And so I wanted to share with you with the products that I had bought yesterday at the dollar store. First of all, my foundation, and I'm only saying this so that I can have a reference later on if I want to look back, if I like the way it looks. And I like the way it looks. Okay, so I mixed half and half my True Match neutral and my Revlon Color Stay combination, which is in buff. However, I did put the lighter color in the T-zone first. Okay, that takes care of my makeup, or my foundation. I tried the LA color on my lid, and it was pretty good, but you know, it didn't seem like there was hardly anything in there. So I had to do it several times. And because it wasn't as white as I wanted, I went ahead and used my NYX. Anyway, I've got to buy a few more of these. Next, I tried the eyeshadow palette. I used the dark green. Let me get a stick. I hate to take my glasses off because I messed my hair up. Anyway, I used the dark green in the crease and on my brow bone. And before I did the bottom, or the top as a matter of fact, I happen to have this green shadow eyes called Green Safari with a pearl finish, water resistant. Anyway, I put that where you see the green first, over here, around my eyes. And then I used my liquid eyeliner, a very thin one, underneath my bottom eyelashes and on top of my top eyelashes, because I didn't use any primer today or eyelashes. I just did 2 coats. Can you believe it? 2 coats of my waterproof. Fantastic stuff. And after I did some of my makeup and let everything dry on my eyelashes, of course I used my extreme length. Okay, extreme length on the bottom and clump crusher. So not too heavy on the bottom. Anyway, so that's what I used. I might have put a dab of the lighter one just for some blending effect. Don't know if I got that effect, but anyway, that's what I did with that. And instead of using a black shadow, I used my LA colors also. It was kind of more of a dark gray. So I just put a little gray on the ends. You girls know how to do all that stuff. What else? Oh, and I happen to have a darker lip liner, more of a wine color. May not look like it in the video, but it is. And then I used the new wine lipstick, which, by the way, smells like marshmallows. So that was kind of an extra treat. So I like that. It has aloe vera in it, and vitamin E and aloe vera. Luscious Wine, it's called, a hydrating lipstick. So my trip to the dollar store was very successful. I did try the rollerball thing. I had put it in the refrigerator and forgot to bring it out, which had a little metal end on it, round. And I wore it last night to bed after I had cleansed my face. But this morning, I felt like my eyes were really puffy. So I had to take my little ice cube in a washcloth and hold it there and put it on the top. And I did that several times before I felt that most of the puffiness went away. Now, I think I might have mentioned before, I don't ever remember having puffy eyes. I mean, unless I ate a lot of salt or something. But I think because the last 4 months I've been trying all kinds of different things under my eye, you know, concealer and stuff like that, which I'm not using anymore. I'm kind of just going back to my regular routine of just using my foundation. Lighter for the highlighting and darker for whatever foundation color I'm going to wear for the day. And then, what else? Let me see. I wrote a couple of notes here. Oh, my polish is by EME. And it's called Luscious Sapphire. By the way, these eyeshadows are called Lucky. Alrighty. So I did get lucky, like I said, at the dollar store. For my rouge, I took up my Profusion palette because it had a wine color. Yeah, that's what I put on my cheeks this morning. And then I softened it up with the bigger brush. Just like that. So that takes care of my face. I found some green earrings, found a green top. And believe it or not, remember when I did the 3 ponytail hairstyle? Which was kind of messy, but I had fun with it. And, well, today I don't know why, but I ended up with 5 ponytails. So here it is. I do think it looks a lot neater, obviously, today. I didn't curl my hair, and I just finished washing it. So it's pretty straight. But it seems like just an easy way for me to have a ponytail without having it all tight on the top of my head. Because these ponytails are not really tight. So that's what I did there. Now, regarding tightness, you know, I have seen some of the gals who have bought those things you stick on your head and pull them to give you a facelift. Well, I don't know if I could use those, and I know that they work. Lucille Ball wore them her whole life. The only problem is, because my dad used to work at the Hollywood studios, that when she took them off, her whole face looked like a Shar-Pei. He said it was horrible. That's what my dad said. Anyway, God rest his soul. So, but I feel that, you know, since I've always worn most of the time a ponytail, that probably, you know, lifts my face a little bit. I don't know. I don't feel any tightness. But even when I wear a single ponytail back here, I used to wear them pretty high. I don't wear them too high anymore, kind of about right here. I always took out a section here because I didn't want my face to be pulled. So thank God I had the, I don't know, common sense to not pull my face too much. Otherwise, I think my face would have really been dragging by now. And I don't know why my neck looks red. But let me take my lightest makeup and see if I can get rid of that. No. Well, not unless I want to put a whole bunch. And I don't want to put a whole bunch. I'm just taking whatever residuals on the end here. Anyway, so that's my green day. I'm green with envy. And pretty much said everything I have to say. I like the ice cubes for taking puffiness away. I've used that many, many times. So I just thought just say goodbye now. Let me know what you think of the green shadow. Might be kind of a nice change. I'll put it on again maybe for St. Patrick's Day. You know, my husband is Irish. Even though he looks very European. He's the only, out of 4 boys, he is the only the only sibling that had very dark hair. Even though he started graying very early, he was already graying here when I met him, 38 years ago. Or maybe longer than that, I don't know. Anyway, and I think the only one that still has hair on top. Even though he's always had fine, thin hair. But when I cut his hair, and I've been cutting it since day one, I only make it about that long. And so he always wore it combed back the style that I call GQ. It all goes back. And when it dries, I tell her, when it dries, honey, then go through it with a comb or a brush. And it poof, stands up just right. Just that certain length. So, and I always love that hairstyle on men. So, you know, when I was a hairdresser, which I was for 25 years, maybe a little longer, and the last job that I had was 8 years ago, you know, when my mom got all her problems. Anyway, I used to love to cut men's hair. And the last place that I worked at, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but here goes again. They had a haircutting class that was free. So I took it. And I was so glad that I did, because I learned things in that free haircutting class that I didn't learn in the ones that I paid for. And they had a really easy, simple method. Now this particular place, they did a lot of buzz cuts. So I learned a lot of different new haircuts with the buzzer. I forget what to call it now. Anyway, so that was good too, because I was very up to date on all the latest hairstyles. But the haircut technique, because I always use scissors, and a lot of my men came in just because I could give a scissor cut. So I liked doing men's haircuts. And before that, I did a lot of seniors, women, and you know, I'm really good at teasing, and so their hair would just stay in for the whole week when they came back. Sometimes some of them would wait a week and a half, and that really helped to build my clientele super fast. Once everybody found out that Connie could make, as one girl called her hair, peach fuzz, look like she actually had hair. Bless her heart, she passed away too. Anyway, so I don't know why I got off on the hair thing, but I did. So I'm going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful day. It is now 12:15 here in the afternoon in Murrieta, California. A little gloomy outside. In the last 2 days we had tons of rain. So of course I stayed in, lit my fireplace, and made my hot chocolate, and my mom and I just enjoyed the coziness of our home. A blessing from God. So take care of yourself. Take care of that young girl inside of you. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of the subscribers that I got, especially last month. I think I had at least 40 subscribers in the month of January. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you like anything that you saw on my little video today, and hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.